Hey guys, just woke up. It is now 4 a.m. About to start my day doing the hardest thing first thing in the morning.
Light in the fire at a place we know. All I see is you. Chasing the time, I don't wanna go. I don't wanna go.
Now it is 6 a.m. and I got a lot done. Here it is still dark outside, but we are rising and grinding before even anyone is up. So that is a great feeling, and it's my prime time to work. So today I want to show you guys how to create a weekly plan that is so productive, so efficient, and so go focused for you, and a results list. Yes, you heard it right. It's not a to-do list, and we're going to do it for today, planning for today, and then for this week. That means you will be getting a lot of stuff that you want to do in a shorter amount of time. You'll be more productive, and our dream best life is coming to reality. So yeah, the first thing what you want to do is write down all the tasks that you want to complete in that week. And it doesn't matter the order that they are in, just dump them, every single task that you have to do on that sheet of paper. And when doing that, you don't have to be super specific either, but it's important to get some sort of guidelines in this one. So for example, one of them would be like create 5 Instagram posts, and I'm not writing about what I am going to talk about, but later as we talk about in our results list, we're going to get specific, which we'll get onto it. And the reason why you are doing this weekly to-do list is to see whether you are moving as a whole, because day to day you might not see that big of a difference, but a week can make some difference, and a month you can see it even more on a broader scope. And for this, you have to make sure that you are moving toward the direction that you want to move on with your life. So for me, would be building an online business while also working on my PhD. So I have to be crushing it on both sides. So for my business, I would be creating lots of content on several different platforms, creating an ebook, and learning about investing or business. And on the other hand, I also have to be completing tasks that are related to my PhD, for example, writing a literature review, for example. So both are super important for me. So that is why, especially if you have so many things to do on your plate, it is important to just let it go, let it all out into this sheet of paper. And another thing is just color coding your priorities. So number 1 is the stuff that needs to be done next week, completed. It has the deadline, it has a due date. And number 2, it's for the tasks that are pretty mandatory, don't really have a due date, but still it is pretty important for you to move ahead with your goals. And number 3 are just the minor small things. And I also like to mark down, underline the ones that are not super important, but still that are just like menial tasks that you just have to do. For example, like cooking, cleaning, tasks that are not so draining to your brain. And on the side of the paper, I also like to write down the books that I will be reading. So one of them is 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, and another one is the Tiny Book of Investing, which I will be reading. And also on the possibilities list, these are just some extra tasks that you want to do if you have extra time, given you have done any of the main tasks that you need to do. So I spent almost 8 hours working on my ebook, which is about to be done, and it will probably be done by the time I upload this video. My free at-home workout ebook guide will be up, and I will have that in my description box if it is released. And yeah, I had really great lunch and a snack made by my friend, and I hanged out at her house for a bit. But yeah, today it was so productive. Waking up at 4 a.m. is just a magical time for me. My brain right now is just so focused. Even right now, Like, even though, it's not as focused as early in the morning, but still I can do tasks and be in a state of flow. And it's hard to explain what state of flow is, because you get stimulated by the little things and you get lost in it and you experience kind of fulfillment when doing the task. So if you ever feel not motivated to do things, I would highly recommend you to try waking up early. Maybe that is not a magical time for you, but try waking up at a time that works for you. And another one is doing a dopamine detox. And that means cutting off social media by a huge amount, or playing games, or doing things just to quoted fun things, which are actually short-term feelings of just stimulating your brain. But when your brain is working without them, it gets stimulated even by just tasks like work that even could be normally be boring to you. So I would highly recommend you to do the dopamine detox. And so yeah, for the weekly to-do list, I like to put out the magical hour that you're going to wake out the first thing in the morning at the top of the to-do list. Now I am going to finish up a few more exercises that needs to be filmed for the ebook, and then I'm going to try a workout from my ebook guide. So we'll see. Done with the workout. Then for the weekly plan, I then transfer everything that I have to do onto the Monday to Friday list. I don't like to have a lot on my weekly list for each and every day. Instead, I like to just focus on 3 or 4 things and then focus on these instead of overwhelming ourselves with 10 different multiple tasks. Also, remember to not judge yourself if you can't complete all of them, because as long as you are focused and you're moving toward those goals, that is what matters. To make sure that I'm using my time wisely, I also like to log into my task onto an Excel spreadsheet and see from hour to hour whether I am working efficiently toward a goal or not. Also on this Excel spreadsheet, I put down the bad habits that I want to avoid, let go of, put it in the trash, and then have a shame board so that whenever I fall back into the old habits, like not going to bed on time or checking social media too often, can't focus, then I put down on which day I did it wrong. I also like to write down the habits that I like to implement more, and since I'm all about content creation, I also write down the ideas, just jot down on that Excel spreadsheet as well, so that I can plan my days ahead on what day I'm going to film what video and such. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you like it, to help with the algorithm so more people can see more of those dedication and hardworking videos like these. And also comment down below on what your goals are for right now during the quarantine season. So thank you, and I will see you on my next video.